Okay, I am long ABT right now. Kind of made a triangle here, and then now it came back to VWAP, and it's kind of retesting the area. The 20 is just now catching up here, so I figured it's got a bunch of support here. It's also at its all-time high. Hopefully we see a bounce here. I'm surprised it kind of burned through this pretty quickly here. Got about, what, 2 more minutes till the 5-minute closes here. I'd like to really see this thing stay above all this. Wow. See, kind of made a triangle here, and then now it's kind of bouncing back a little bit. Guess I took on too much size here. I really didn't think that it was going to plow through it like it did. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, that was almost ugly. Okay, so that did not at all work out how I thought it was going to. I'll have to do that in review later. Okay, I am going to be done for the day. I'm checking out DXCM right now for a VWAP bounce, but I just got done going over a session with my mentor, and one of the things that he was saying is, you know, there was a stock that was up like 10-15% or so, and he's like, how many stocks do you know that are up 10 or 15% that still want to move higher? You know, like, what are the chances of that? So, I mean, I'm looking at this down 35%. How much farther down could it actually go? You know, even just based on the pattern here. Another thing was price action. So, I mean, I'm looking at it. The 15s looked the best because they were definitely the cleanest. You can see it came down to this underneath 43, and now we're coming back up and testing VWAP again. And that bar is actually, this bar is going to close in just a little under 20 seconds here. So, yeah, it looks like it's getting squeezed up now too. But yeah, it's starting to get cradled by the 9 here, and all these moving averages were coming up on it, and kind of the same situation with the 5s here, so not super high probability setup. Decided to avoid it. It's starting to look like I made the right decision here. But anyway, going over the ABT trade. Also went over this with my mentor, and so the mistake that I made on this was I was trading it on the ones. I was trading everything based on the ones, the VWAP, the two moving averages here, thinking that it was going to bounce and go higher. But my problem was that my stop loss was waiting for a 5-minute bar to close. So I mean, what should have happened here is that I got in full size 400 on at 51. So that was right over here. I expected it, since it kind of moved back up, did kind of double tap this area here. I wanted to catch it on this on the touch of the VWAP, and so I did. I got in right at, actually looks like I got in a couple cents early at the 40 here, because I noticed that it had some pretty good support, and then obviously it closed below that, and then this candle happened, and it kind of closed in the middle between all of that. So if I was gonna play, you know, really risk reverse on this trade, I probably would have gotten out on this trade. But the real answer, obviously, if I wanted to get out on the ones, would have been this candle. But at the same time, you know, that's basically where I did get out anyway. But I mean, I would have lost, you know, an extra couple cents there. But either way, down $64. I think I really liked it because it was at its all-time high. You know, it was above the pivot points, above everything really, even on the 5s. You know, everything was catching up on it. There was nothing in the way of resistance, other than, I suppose, since this kind of double tapped on here, you know, you could have said that that's a significant area of resistance that maybe was a little too strong. So I guess it was kind of a little too early to tell, but also it was making a triangle. And I wanted to obviously catch whichever way it was moving, and I figured that, you know, since it just broke out moving up like this, and it was above all of the moving averages and the VWAP, that, you know, a nice entry, because it usually comes back to retest, would have been right at the VWAP. So, I mean, obviously didn't do that. The only thing that I can really think of that maybe would have made this trade a little easier on me, instead of, you know, taking 400 shares, I could have scaled in. I could have just taken smaller size at all, because my original stop loss, the plan was, you know, anything below, I believe at the time, this is actually at 37, but I wanted to take it, you know, a close below this 22. So it was about, you know, 33 cents, 32 cents. So I probably could have made my entry a little bit better. You know, maybe not as been as aggressive as I was, getting in, you know, as soon as I could right at that 40. I guess what I could have done is added, you know, taken half size, taken like 200 shares at VWAP, and then added the other 200 on this break up at 56. And then, you know, ultimate target profit would have been up here at this 80, but I mean, that's spreading myself out quite a lot, and I don't really know how I feel about that. You know, that's 20 cents in between both of my entries. But I mean, it wasn't a terrible trade. I think it was just one of those trades that just didn't work out. You know, it's obviously not going to win every single time, so just trying to think of ways that I could have managed my risk a little bit better. I mean, there's definitely a few things, I guess. The half size, the entering in with half size is probably what the answer should have been, as well as, I mean, even if I did, base my exit off of the ones, I mean, I still would have gotten, you know, the same full size loser. So I don't know, just the way it is. But yeah, I'll be back again tomorrow to trade. Still got a lot more studying to do, so thanks for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow.